Hey all. Tomorrow is the last day of the Kickstarter for my novel, Clear and Sane. It's been a very interesting time speaking to social media about this and getting the word out. Really appreciate all the reception that I've got and all of the contributions that I've got. And, starting Tuesday, I'm just going to keep having to work at this in order to produce and promote the book. Uh, it's so exciting. It's like the work of my life now, and it feels very true to my heart. So thank you to everybody. And I'm so happy. I'm also working at things that I'm unaccustomed to, and it's fatiguing. But I wanted to share a segment from the book about Cherry, one of those four characters, today. Cherry's not a character that I talk about a lot, but that's kind of because she's everything. She holds all of the characters' soul uh, in a certain place for us. This section is a little bit early in us learning about her in 2002, and it captures, to me, not to give away too much, the particular sense of seeing the world that she and the other characters are carrying through into their lives. It was 10 p.m. and Cherry had been in the lab since sunset. The eastern Washington winter was starting to make itself known. She had underdressed again, wearing a pink short-sleeved polo shirt and no jacket. Her forearms prickled and tightened. Cherry felt her legs hurry to get her away from the discomfort. In response, she willed herself to slow down a bit. The cold was not deadly. Her dorm was only 10 minutes away. Her neck was bare, and she started to feel the cold curling under her collar. She noticed that her left hand went into the pocket of her jeans. Her right hand was holding the portfolio downward, but flipped it up against her arm so that it could press her fingers into the side of her leg. She tried to figure out how much it improved her relative warmth to sandwich these fingers between vinyl and denim. She noted that it made her aware of the cold on the back of her hand and that it wanted to go into a pocket like the left hand. Good thing I did not remember to bring a jacket, she said out loud and smiled. Her jaw convulsed from the cold. Cherry should be accustomed to cold. Cherry could say that she came from a small Midwestern town. However, that may conjure a far more romantic image than her hometown could possibly muster. It was not our town or a black and white film starring Jimmy Stewart. Her town was a small and still shrinking population that made their way around a collection of corrugated metal and old Airstream trailers. One small house had, in the course of 10 years, been converted to a chicken coop and then back into a house. She grew up there with her mom and eventually her much younger half-brother, whom she'd always simply called her brother. She knew well enough that mentioning her small town had particular effects on people's behavior. Now in college, she had a single delivery that worked pretty well. Later on in her life, she developed a couple of different ways of phrasing her origin story that worked for different audiences and achieved different results. Tonight, as she came out of the cold and into her dormitory, Jack is in the television lounge. She sits next to him for a while. And while she sits, she squeezes the portfolio between her two hands with diagonal corners pressed into each palm. She uses her fingers to idly spin it, then attempts to keep it spinning through an up and down motion of her arms. Eventually, she and Jack went up to her room. Well, I hope that you come to enjoy Cherry in the book. You still have until tomorrow to contribute to the Kickstarter and get the novel early, or get one of several other fun little gifts and thank yous from me for your help in publishing and promoting this book. You can go to bit.ly/JoelNovel in order to get to the Kickstarter very easily. Have a great old day.